Good afternoon. I am Henry Mann, Dean of the College of Pharmacy, and it is my privilege to welcome you to this doctoral convocation and hooding ceremony for the PharmD class of 2021. Welcome to family, friends, faculty, and staff gathered here this afternoon. And of course, welcome and sincere congratulations to the members of the class of 2021, whom we are recognizing today. This is a particularly special moment, as many of us haven't been in a room like this for more than a year. I am so thankful we are able to safely celebrate, even if it still looks a little bit different than before. This year also marks 125 years since the first dean of the college, George Beecher Kaufman. While much has changed in that time, his legacy of excellence remains. Commencements are exciting events in the life of a university, and the doctoral convocations and hooding ceremonies are especially meaningful to our College of Pharmacy. The faculty on the stage represent a very small number of individuals who have assisted our graduates along their educational journey. Thank you all for your many efforts on behalf of our PharmD graduates, and thank you for sharing this joyous occasion with these students. Graduates, does it seem like only yesterday that you began as P1 students? I see that it may have been a long 4 years for some of you. You first came together as a PharmD class in fall of 2017, or what we now call before COVID. For some of you, Ohio State was familiar territory, having been undergraduates here. But for many of you, it was the first time for you to enroll at Ohio State, to relocate to the Columbus area, and to become a Buckeye. The events over the days prior to the start of autumn 2017 classes may now be a blur, with orientation, lunches, photos, Buckeye IDs, parking passes, on and on. And then the first day of classes arrived. Rooms 103 and 107 suddenly became home base, with those incredibly comfortable seats and exciting lectures on physiology, drug delivery, pharmacy practice. Wow, you may have started thinking, what have I gotten myself into? Then in March 2020, just as you may have started to see the finish line, our world's turned upside down. You've had to show incredible resilience and face obstacles unimagined, but you've made it. I think back to when I was a pharmacy student at the University of Kentucky. I remember my first day of classes so well. The friends I made became lifelong friends that I keep in touch with today. Whenever we get together, we feel like we can pick up right where we left off. I know you will share that feeling as you move on to the next chapter of your life. The high quality of the class of 2021 extends well beyond your academic accomplishments in the classroom. This class uniquely stands out for its incredible leadership. You have seen areas of opportunity and partnered with faculty to address them. Our college has grown in many ways, but this class has helped us place a renewed focus on diversity and inclusion efforts, both in the classroom and in the college. Also, participation in student professional organizations continues to expand in number as a result of your involvement, enthusiasm, and leadership. Involvement in professional organizations and participation in national meetings are excellent occasions to engage in the field of pharmacy, to develop and connect outside the office, and to network with other students, faculty, and pharmacy colleagues from across the nation. And while you were a Buckeye student, You represented us incredibly well at these opportunities. I urge you to continue to be involved in professional organizations as you begin your pharmacy careers, for this involvement will continue to enrich both your professional and personal life. Our PharmD program emphasizes medication therapy management and improving health outcomes of our patients. Patient-focused pharmacy practice brings about a shared responsibility between the patient and pharmacist towards achieving positive therapeutic outcomes. As newly minted Doctor of Pharmacy professionals, you will be able to provide medication therapy management to your patients, to educate patients and other healthcare providers on the proper use of prescription medications and over-the-counter products, and to monitor the outcome of drug therapy. With the development of more complex and expensive therapies, with the aging U.S. population, and with the dynamic and changing nature of the healthcare environment, you are well positioned to help your patients receive the best benefits from their medications. Challenging tasks? Sure. But as a Doctor of Pharmacy graduate from the Ohio State University College of Pharmacy, we are confident that you will do great things and continue to make us very proud. Always remember your family and friends who have helped you succeed along the way. Many of those people are probably sitting in the audience or celebrating this day in spirit with you. These are the people who you have reached out to when you have had a bad day or when you needed to bounce an idea off a trusted ear. Class of 2021, please stand and join me in thanking your loved ones for the support they have provided over the course of your educational career. Thank you all. Hold those people close and remember the encouragement and love they have provided to help you get to this day. As you leave us to meet your next adventure, I encourage you to test yourself. Take big risks. Find out who you are and what matters most to you. The answer to these questions will change as you go through life, but never quit asking the questions. I am fully confident that each of you, part of this incredibly talented class of thinkers, doers, and leaders, will have the courage to make your mark. I have seen your commitment to your education and to your patients, and I have little doubt that you each have the strength to move mountains. Good luck, class of 2021. I look forward to seeing you again as preceptors, mentors, and supporters of future pharmacy students. It is now my pleasure to introduce the recipient of the 2021 Miriam R. Balshon Award for Distinguished Teaching in the PharmD program. Dr. Donnie Sullivan, Professor of Clinical Pharmacy. If you could please join me here at the front of the stage. Dr. Sullivan was chosen for this award through a two-part nomination and balloting process by the PharmD class of 2021. As part of his award, he will receive an honorarium and an engraved clock. The criteria for the award is as follows: fair in testing and grading, clear course objectives and expectations, course materials are organized and presented in a clear and understandable fashion, lectures in a style which is conducive to note-taking and learning, demonstrates a willingness to solve student problems, stimulates thinking and arouses interest in set subject, and respects the views and opinions of students. One student shared in their nomination, Dr. Sullivan consistently offered fairness in grading and a passion for teaching pharmacy practice. His efforts to stay in touch with current pharmacy practices and trends proves his devotion to our shared profession and a desire to provide us with the strongest education possible for our future as his colleagues. Another student wrote, Dr. Sullivan is an exemplary teacher who somehow makes any topic interesting, even pharmacy law. He was open to our opinions, which law is not, and made changes based on our feedback when possible. Even when he wasn't our professor, he was always willing to go out of his way to reach out to the class and check on our well-being. Dr. Sullivan, your commitment to our students is exemplary. Congratulations on your award, located here. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Mann. Thank you, class of 2021. Good afternoon and welcome. I look over this group of future pharmacists and I just have to smile. My heart is warm and full of joy because I know the profession is in great hands moving forward. Why? Because this amazing group of future pharmacists has endured a lifetime of challenges, roadblocks, and disappointments, and personal struggles in the past 15 months due to COVID-19. Last February, all these students had just about reached the peak and were on the downhill path to rotations and accelerating towards graduation. Then things that we took for granted every day seemed to disappear. Dr. McCauley's warm smile when he passes you in the hall, sprinting to Brennan's for a quick coffee or snack during a 5-minute break in POTA, looking at somebody else's lunch in the lounge refrigerators and wondering if theirs would taste better than mine, parking at the Lenox movie theater so I don't have to buy a parking pass, my blood pressure rising every time I hear, "Pharmacy's a small world," exchanging stories with my classmates from weekend nights at the Woodlands, Dr. Rodas racing down the sidewalk on her scooter, spring break somewhere warm, meeting friends for a drink or 2 or 3 or 6. The coffee waterfalls cascading down the floor as a drink gets kicked over in 107. Lauren, remember when I kicked your drink over? The sore back and neck as you spin around to have case discussions in room 103. The hum of the fans while taking an exam. Seeing my friends in class every morning. The buzz of excitement and possibility circulating through Parks Hall like a breeze on a crisp autumn day. The ability to stop by a faculty member's office for a question or a quick chat. Sitting in a student organization meeting and dreaming about how I'm going to do it differently in my pharmacy someday. The bake sale of goodies in the lobby. Then came March 13th, 2020, the day the world ground to a halt. FIPA 2 and every other course remaining for the semester was moved online. IPPY rotations were postponed. APPY rotations were canceled. And your boss was screaming at you to work more hours even when you didn't feel safe. But here you are, even after all this, here you are. This group of future pharmacists is ready to shape the future, and I smile because I know we're all in good hands. This group of students has risen up to the challenges they faced, developed innovative solutions to problems when none seemed to exist, cared for patients when most people were afraid to leave their homes, and faced fear and adversity head on. Found that last little bit of energy deep down when exhaustion had overtaken them. Their new SMART goals were the strength and courage to keep moving forward at a time when things seemed to be crumbling around them. Looked for the positives when everybody else dwelled on the negatives, and always putting the patient first, even when it feels others do not. You know, I don't need my notes for this part, of the speech. The one piece of advice I would leave with you is always put the patient first. Even though we filled your heads with CYP3A4 and drug interactions and JNC8 and all the guidelines and side effects and pharmacology and medicinal chemistry, always put the patient first, because that's why we are healthcare professionals. The patient is what matters to us. Everything else is noise. Everything else can be overcome. We're here to take care of the patient first. Even though your time at the College of Pharmacy is coming to a close, you will never forget being so tired there's not enough coffee or Monster energy drinks in Columbus to keep you going. The sardine-style seating in rooms 103 and 107. The coefficients of speed assigned to each and every professor that told you how fast you could watch their recorded lectures. Those brand new boots you got for Christmas to deal with the flooded woman's bathroom on the first floor. The endless reflections you had to write. Those late night study sessions for IP2. The great flu outbreak of your P1 year. Dr. Wood's infectious personality. Cole Beckman's pumpkin costume. Going to an ASP meeting because lunch they provided that day was really going to be good. Dr. Beatty's cold calling on students. Wondering if my lab coat was clean enough for IPCAL, and can I wear those dress clothes one more week before I wash them? Living on ramen noodles and mac and cheese until I got paid. Having a brain so full of drug facts you feel like a walking lexicomp database. The twinkle in Dr. Kelly's eye, the dean's red power tie. But you'll also remember and cherish the friendships and relationships that'll last a lifetime. The feeling of accomplishment when that P1 year was finally over and excitement of starting the P2 year. How what I learned in CYP 5 helped me take care of a patient with unrelenting allergies. How I became a lifelong learner and problem solver. How I gained the self-confidence to have a tough conversation with a physician. The fond memories of my 4 years in the College of Pharmacy. I would like to leave you with one last memory. I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before we know it, that's the time we have to say so long. Good luck, class of 2021.
Well, that's a tough act to follow. I will not be singing. Kudos, Donnie. Good afternoon. I am Cynthia Karn, Senior Associate Dean, and I am pleased to lead the conferring of the doctoral hoods. The PharmD class of 2021 will now receive the academic hood, symbolic of the highest educational achievement. The hood for the doctoral degree is 4 feet long and lined with the official colors of the university conferring the degree, of course, scarlet and gray. The velvet edging is olive green, the official color of the discipline of pharmacy. The hood will distinguish you as a Doctor of Pharmacy graduate. Preserve with dignity the honor, trust, and responsibility which is now yours. Some of these graduating students are receiving special awards, which are listed in today's program and will be mentioned as they are hooded. These awards are selected by the college's awards committee or by balloting of the class. Graduates, as you are introduced, please cross the stage and stand facing the audience in the area in front of the conductor's platform at the center of the stage. For those graduates who have asked that a special mentor bestow their doctoral hood, I will ask that individual to come forward when the student's name is called as well. After you are hooded, Please process across the stage for your individual headshot photograph to be taken at stage right, and we will see that you receive copies of these images. Once your photograph has been taken, please return to your seat. When the last graduate returns to their seat, we will conclude with applause for the class of 2021. Families of the graduates, while tempting, please do not leave your seats to take photos. We will now begin with the formal hooding of the candidates for the Doctor of Pharmacy degree. Okay, first we have Dr. Abdullahi Ababulgu, who is being hooded by his professor, Dr. Malak Nahata. Thank you. Dr. Carlos Michaelis Abels. Dr. Abels is being hooded by his mentor and friend, Dr. Sapna Patel, and is graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Connor Michael Ossie. Dr. Ossie is being hooded by his professor, Dr. Donnie Sullivan. He is the recipient of the Excel Award and is graduating cum laude. Dr. Ethan Arbaugh. Dr. Arbaugh is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann. Dr. Julianne Ackerman. Dr. Ackerman is being hooded by her mentor and professor, Dr. James McCauley. She is the recipient of the Stephen W. Birdwell Student Award and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Cassidy Simone Baker. Dr. Baker is being hooded by her preceptor and mentor, Dr. Andres Amaya, and is graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Torquay Barayan. Dr. Barayan is being hooded by his preceptor, mentor, professor, and friend, Dr. James McCauley. Dr. Allison J. Beachy. Dr. Beachy is being hooded by her mentor and professor, Dr. Ruth Emptage. Dr. Malik Benslaman. Dr. Benslaman is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Sharif Benson. Dr. Benson is being hooded by his mentor, professor, and friend, Dr. Jennifer Rodas, and is the recipient of the Graduate Professional Student Award for Outstanding Community Engagement. Dr. Christopher Black. Dr. Black is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann. Dr. Cole Beckman. Dr. Beckman is being hooded by his preceptor, mentor, and friend, Dr. Rachel Hughes. Dr. Bradley Allen Bolyard. Dr. Bolyard is being hooded by his mentor and friend, Dr. Ashley Thorbon, and is graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Becca Braun. Dr. Braun is being hooded by her father, Dr. Robert Braun, and is graduating cum laude. Dr. Stephanie Brokaw. Dr. Brokaw is being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Jengis Whitner. She is the recipient of the Excel Award and is graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Zane Aretha Brooks. Dr. Brooks is being hooded by her mentor and professor, Dr. Breanne Porter. She is the recipient of the Excel Award and is graduating cum laude. Dr. Jamelia Jade Brown. Dr. Brown is being hooded by her mentor and friend, Dr. Ashley Erdman. Dr. Charles Chen. Dr. Chen is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann. Dr. Taylor Clark. Dr. Clark is being hooded by her preceptor and mentor, Dr. Sarah Adkins, and is graduating cum laude. Dr. Emily Erin Delman. Dr. Delman is being hooded by her preceptor, mentor, and friend, Dr. Kevin Mays. Dr. Jackie Durgam. Dr. Durgam is being hooded by her father, Dr. Bashar Durgam. Dr. Helen Ding. Dr. Ding is being hooded by her father, Dr. Zongman Ding, and is graduating cum laude. Dr. Julie Donahoe. Dr. Donahoe is being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Jenny Steinbrenner, and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Anna Dugovich. Dr. Dugovich is being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Matthew Sapko. She is the recipient of the Beatrice Excellence in Pharmacy Award and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Tyler J. Everhart. Dr. Everhart is being hooded by his preceptor, mentor, and professor, Dr. Breanne Porter, and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Alexandria Feldkamp. Dr. Feldkamp is being hooded by her professor, Dr. Breanne Porter, and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Michael Andrew Garber. Dr. Garber is being hooded by his preceptor and mentor, Miss Sandra Poptik, RPH, and is graduating cum laude. Dr. Chelsea Ray Garza. Dr. Garza is being hooded by her mentor, professor, and friend, Dr. Breanne Porter. Dr. Sarwar H. Ghani. Dr. Ghani is being hooded by his mentor and professor, Dr. James McCauley. Dr. Caleb Good. Dr. Good is being hooded by his grandfather, Mr. Pete Partridge, RPH. He is the recipient of the Merck Manual Award for Academic Excellence and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Alexandro Grimaldo. Dr. Grimaldo is being hooded by his professor, Dr. Donnie Sullivan, and is graduating cum laude. Dr. Edward Hackham. Dr. Hackham is being hooded by his professor, Dr. Malap Nahata, and is graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Shannon K. Halloran. Dr. Halloran is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann. She is the recipient of the Merck Manual Award for Academic Excellence and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. John Andrew Heskett. Dr. Heskett is being hooded by his preceptor, Dr. Joseph Snowden, and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Wei Wang. Dr. Wang is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann and is graduating cum laude. Dr. Henry Ismaili. Dr. Ismaili is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann and is graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Charles Johnson. Dr. Johnson is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann. Dr. Lauren Nicole Johnson. Dr. Johnson is being hooded by her mentor and pharmacy manager, Ms. Sandra Poptik, RPH. She is the recipient of the Phi Lambda Sigma Leadership Award and is graduating cum laude. Dr. Molly Johnson. Dr. Johnson is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann and is graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Ami Joshi. Dr. Joshi is being hooded by her mentor and friend, Dr. Jennifer Booth. Dr. Jasmine Carr. Dr. Carr is being hooded by her mentor and friend, Dr. Louise Fiala, and is graduating cum laude. Dr. Sandeep Kaur. Dr. Carr is being hooded by her mentor and professor, Dr. Breanne Porter. Dr. Shelby Nicole Kerstetter. Dr. Kerstetter is being hooded by her sister, Ms. Misty Kerstetter, JD. She is the recipient of the Excel Award and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Haftu Adisi Kadanu. Dr. Kadanu is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann. Dr. Chloe Miranda King. Dr. King is being hooded by her preceptor, mentor, and friend, Dr. Jessica Bates. Dr. Kimberly Eileen Kirkton. Dr. Kirkton is being hooded by her mentor and professor, Dr. Donnie Sullivan. She is the recipient of the Excel Award and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Ellie Law. Dr. Law is being hooded by her professor, Dr. Carrie Brackett, and is graduating cum laude. Dr. Ruba Maria LaHood. Dr. LaHood is being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Julie Legg. Dr. Allison Lakey. Dr. Lakey is being hooded by her grandfather, Dr. Thomas Zeck, and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Emily Layan. Dr. Layan is being hooded by her significant other, Dr. Kyle Michelle, and is graduating cum laude. Dr. Douglas Luther. Dr. Luther is being hooded by his mentor and friend, Dr. Stephanie Jones. Dr. Brooke Elena Malatik. Dr. Malatik is being hooded by her preceptor and professor, Dr. Anna Hoskeras, and is graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Shannon McCarthy. Dr. McCarthy is being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Amber Hartman. She is the recipient of the Walters Kluwer Award of Excellence in Clinical Communication and the Excel Award and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Carolyn McCaslin. Dr. McCaslin is being hooded by her professor, Dr. Carrie Brackett, and is graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Valerie Ann McLeod. Dr. McLeod is being hooded by her preceptor, mentor, and professor, Dr. Julie Legg, and is the recipient of the SNAFA Award. Dr. Catherine Meckler. Dr. Meckler is being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Matthew Sapko, and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Jacob Umberto Milani. Dr. Milani is being hooded by his preceptor, Dr. Sarah Atkins. Dr. Paige Miller. Dr. Miller is being hooded by her preceptor, mentor, and friend, Dr. Sarah Adkins. Dr. Lindsay Mueller. Dr. Mueller is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann. Dr. Austin Mullins. Dr. Mullins is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann. Dr. Michael William Muskoff. Dr. Muskoff is being hooded by his preceptor and mentor, Dr. Stephen Effinger, and is graduating cum laude. Dr. Teddy Nemunitis. Dr. Nemunitis is being hooded by his mentor and professor, Dr. Malap Nahata. He is the recipient of the Faculty Award for Outstanding Graduating PharmD Student of the Year and the Excel Award and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Grace Nacero. Dr. Nacero is being hooded by her professor, Dr. Anna Hascaras, and is graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Samson Orr. Dr. Orr is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann. Dr. Madison Elizabeth Palmer. Dr. Palmer is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Prutha Patel. Dr. Patel is being hooded by her sister, Dr. Payal Soni, and is graduating cum laude. Dr. Morgan Patman. Dr. Patman is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann. Dr. Hunter M. Patton. Dr. Patton is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann. Dr. Michael Plaskett. Dr. Plaskett is being hooded by his mentor and pharmacy manager, Dr. Nick George. Dr. Elizabeth Bernadette Posney. Dr. Posney is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Bernard Kwanzaa. Dr. Kwanzaa is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann. Dr. Megan Ritchie. Dr. Ritchie is being hooded by her mentor and friend, Dr. Lindsay Lee. She is the recipient of the Ann L. Burns Award and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. John Killian Lavery Rogers. Dr. Rogers is being hooded by his father, Dr. John C. Rogers. He is the recipient of the Excel Award and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Michael Said. Dr. Said is being hooded by his professor, Dr. Donnie Sullivan. Dr. Joshua Neil Scherenberg. Dr. Scherenberg is being hooded by his professor, Dr. Donnie Sullivan, and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Nicholas Carl Scheffelbein. Dr. Scheffelbein is being hooded by his mentor, professor and friend, Dr. Donnie Sullivan, and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Jessica Ann Schrader. Dr. Schrader is being hooded by her preceptor, mentor, and friend, Dr. Sarah Adkins. She is the recipient of the Rho Pi Phi, Joe Nickel, and Columbus Alumni Award and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Daniel Senger. Dr. Senger is being hooded by his mentor and professor, Dr. Donnie Sullivan, and is graduating cum laude. Dr. Vicki Shen. Dr. Shen is being hooded by her professor, Dr. Julie Legg, and is graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Shane Surety. Dr. Surety is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann. He is the recipient of the Excel Award and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Kelly Marie Spears. Dr. Spears is being hooded by her preceptor, mentor, professor, and supervisor, Dr. James McCauley. She is the recipient of the Doctor of Pharmacy Student Impact Award and is graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Caitlin Stearns. Dr. Stearns is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann and is graduating cum laude. Dr. Adam P. Storrs. Dr. Storrs is being hooded by his mentor, Dr. Malap Nahata. He is the recipient of the Rho Pi Phi, Joe Nickel, and Columbus Alumni Award and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Kendra Marie Thomas. Dr. Thomas is being hooded by her preceptor, mentor, and professor, Dr. Rebecca Larman. She is the recipient of the COCP Leadership Award and is graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Peter Tran. Dr. Tran is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann. Dr. Kelly Usikowski. Dr. Usikowski is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann and is graduating cum laude. Dr. Madeline Van Loon. Dr. Van Loon is being hooded by her preceptor and mentor, Dr. Lee Richardson, and is graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Quinn L. Vo. Dr. Vo is being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Addie Brown, and is graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Emma Green Weber Ross. Dr. Weber Ross is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann and is graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Haley Wolk. Dr. Wolk is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann and is graduating cum laude. Dr. Marissa Udosh. Dr. Udosh is being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Roop Patel, and is graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Bethany Ann Yunker. Dr. Yunker is being hooded by her father, Dr. Douglas Yunker. She is the recipient of the Benjamin Balshone Student Award and the Excel Award and is graduating summa cum laude. Dr. Showei Zhang. Dr. Zhang is being hooded by Dean Henry Mann. Please join me in congratulating the Doctor of Pharmacy class of 2021. Next, I will invite forward Dr. Nick Scheffelbein, class of 2021 president, to provide the class response.
All right. Before I begin, Jules, are you here yet? I think our future is very, very bright, and we have only just begun. Michael Scott. It seems like yesterday that we are all in this room for our white coat ceremony, and we barely knew each other then, and today we have friendships that will last a lifetime. And now we can walk into a patient room and confidently use sanitizer instead of hand soap. Always remember, start low, go slow. Since I've got that out of the way, I can add to Dr. Sullivan's speech and talk about how pharmacy is a small world. The first time I stood before you was in 2017 when running for class president. I believe what convinced most of you was my experience in kindergarten as a line leader, and I've had the honor to serve you ever since. I would like to thank my student loans for allowing me to be here today. I don't think I'll ever be able to repay you. One of the things I learned in pharmacy school is that some things are better left unsaid, but I'm going to say them anyway. Over the past year or two, I've been thinking about what to include in this speech. Do I want to talk about how Parks Hall is never the right temperature? Or should I email Dr. Lee about a study guide he's promised us? I'm pretty sure we're still waiting on at least one of those. I even tried to Google speech ideas for graduation, but I decided I didn't want to make a works cited page. Then, the more I thought about it, I realized all of you have provided me with plenty of information for this occasion. Raise your hand if you have been personally victimized by Dr. Beatty. Does anyone remember when I was called on by him and had to explain diabetes in front of everyone? That was a good time. Nevertheless, it's good to see all of you in the same room again because this never really happened, aside from exam days. Now, I'm not up here to give you words of wisdom. I'm here to entertain you one last time. And I would like to present to you our final reflection, a summary of the highlights from our seemingly endless days in Parks Hall. We all learned a ton, but I'm still not sure how to treat an arrhythmia. But I do know everybody gets a statin. Although I won't miss walking a mile from my car to Parks Hall, there are a few things that will be missed, like counting how many times Dr. J says, "Go ahead," in a single lecture. I counted 53 times in 90 minutes. Using a torsion balance and still not really knowing how to use a torsion balance. Counseling patients on how to use a suppository. Remembering the countless arguments between Dr. J and his Surface. And we had fire alarms going off during our lab practicals, twice. And I'm gonna miss trying to fit my exam and a calculator on my desk at the same time. Or rewording the same 5 SMART goals every semester. How we got to share just 2 outlets in Parks 103 for our entire class. An occasional snore from the back of the room. IP topic introductions. Those were the best. And I lost count of how many metal water bottles fell and rolled all the way to the front of the room. And my personal favorite, trying to finish my exams before Doug. And we can't forget the time I saved Brad from the cicada that's probably still smashed against the ceiling. And finally, our group projects for Dr. Sullivan last year that were anything but group projects. You know who you are. Thank you for having me up here today and creating these memories for me to share. As you move on to your next step, ask yourself, does this even make sense? Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2021. We made it.
Very, very hard to follow, but thank you very much. So on behalf of the pharmacists, technicians, physicians, and staff at the Wexner Medical Center, I offer my collective congratulations to the PharmD class of 2021. The oath of the pharmacist represents your commitment to our profession and its responsibilities, integrity, compassion, and trust. As you recite these words, take them with you as a commitment to doing good for people. As the practicing pharmacists in the room recite these words, use this time to reflect on your professional ideals and the care of our patients. So I ask the graduating class and all the pharmacists in the room to stand and recite with me the oath of the pharmacist. Please recite with me the oath of the pharmacist. I promise to devote myself to a lifetime of service to others through the profession of pharmacy. In fulfilling this vow, I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns. I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients. I will respect and protect all personal and health information entrusted to me. I will accept the lifelong obligation to improve my professional knowledge and competence. I will hold myself and my colleagues to the highest principles of our profession's moral, ethical, and legal conduct. I will embrace and advocate changes that improve patient care. I will utilize my knowledge, skills, experiences, and values to prepare the next generation of pharmacists. I take these vows voluntarily and with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by the public. Congratulations and thank you.
I was looking for the guy that cleans the podium. Thank you, Dr. Weber. We are nearing the conclusion of our 2021 doctoral convocation and hooding ceremony. Before we finish, I wish to recognize our staff in the Office of Academic Affairs for organizing this event today. Thank you for your hard work in the coordination of this event. Let's give a round of applause to the staff who assisted with today's ceremonies. The recessional will begin with the class of 2021. We kindly ask you that you meet your families outside and disperse for safety measures. To our audience today, thank you all for the support of these outstanding graduates who have achieved their Doctor of Pharmacy degrees. Please remain in your seats until the recessional is complete, and then exit the building to meet your graduate outside. To our graduates, congratulations on receiving your doctoral hoods. You have been our PharmD students for 4 years, but you are our alumni forever. We wish you all the best as you go forward as distinguished alumni of the Ohio State University College of Pharmacy. Thank you all for joining us today, and please enjoy the remainder of this wonderful afternoon.